Hello Pisces, this is Victoria and I'm here with your June tarot forecast. Hope you guys are doing great. As always, we'll be talking about your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll get you some guidance on how to make the best use of the energies of the month of June. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself, so stick around for that. And of course, if you're new, welcome to the channel. There's a bunch of information in the description box on my services, my content, getting a personal reading. Going to my website, mindfulbamboo.com is the easiest way to do it. You can also email me. And yeah, just get familiar with what this is all about. And for anyone watching, regardless of whether you're new or not so new to the channel and to me, definitely like the video, leave a comment, share it with others. This helps me circulate this message with people who need to hear it. And remember that these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Pisces. So if you're checking for your sun sign, please check out other videos for your other placements. And remember that take for yourself only what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Okay, that was a lot of cards. Let me try that. Don't want that many. At least have one. What does Pisces need to know? For those who didn't know, I've combined. I used to do these horoscopes on my other channel, Mindful Bamboo, but now I put everything into this channel. I called it Mindful Tarot. So for those who are thinking like, I know the girl, but the name doesn't seem familiar. Yes, I changed it because it represents more accurately what I'm doing here with tarot. And of course, the twin flame readings are still there. So if you're on a twin flame journey, definitely check those out. Wow, the storm fields. So this is like a tower moment. This is that point of anticipation, you know, where you know that something big is coming, something big is happening, but you're not sure what, when, how will unfold, you know. So there is that, it's almost like when a thunderstorm is just getting started, you already hear the thunder, but there is no rain yet. There's no, maybe even not even a strong wind, but you're hearing the sound and you know that it's coming. It's this kind of time for you right now. Just interesting to think about, but it's like the future is unfolding and almost like several timelines overlapping at the same time. Maybe some of them are yours, some of them are not, but you get that feeling of like somebody like pushing the buttons or like doing the fast forward and rewind and getting you to a certain place, to a certain situations that where you may feel sometimes that you're an observer, that you don't have much say in it. But yeah, there is a certain level of divine orchestration here where it is unfolding the way it's supposed to. And you are supposed to witness those events, not necessarily run away, not necessarily try to change them, but observe your emotions and feelings around it. Look at that, the first card out of the gate, the sun. And the sun is on the other side of the storm. 10 of Pentacles, oh my god, Pisces. Wow, Knight of Cups, crazy. The sun card is the Leo energy, by the way. I could be dealing with a Leo. Then we have, for career space, we have Page of Swords, of Wands. Page of Wands. Then we have 5 of Pentacles. Okay, a little bit different vibe here. And 2 of Swords. In Russian language, there is a saying where it's like, if you're not lucky in gambling, you'll be lucky in love. Or in gambling, like oftentimes it's kind of like interpreted as business, you know, it's like business versus love. And this is like, you got, you know, jackpot in love, but workplace looks a little flaky. But we'll get to that in a moment. For your advice, you have the King of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's definitely a new beginning on the horizon, and I can definitely say that it's all flowing and going smoothly in terms of your love life, whether it's a new person coming in or you're developing your relationship with someone who you've already been with for a while. But this is like all just coming together in a beautiful way. It's someone who cherishes you and takes care of you, shows their appreciation, their attraction, you know, how much they value you. It's the relationship where you feel at your best. And by the way, this could also be just you being in that mode of like a love, why not? And love life, you know, like it's the joy of every moment. That doesn't have to be with another person, for sure. But yeah, I'm picking up the vibe because like all of this seems tied together. And then of course, like thinking the future, living the future with your person is like the cherry on top, you know, where yes, we're already doing great, we're already thriving, but we can do even better. We want to do more stuff in this life, right? And so this is that vision of the future that's here. I love it. And it also means that both of you are healed enough to be able to focus on these big topics and not on earthly pleasures necessarily, or not on the cons, you know, the downsides of a specific dynamic where, you know, it's almost inevitably always there, one way or another. For your workspace, you've got Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and Two of Swords. Well, yeah, there's a lot of kind of experimentation here, but it feels like hit and miss. It feels like I don't really know what I'm doing here. So what I'm gonna say is be careful with this, because there's definitely part of that storm-filled energy is when it gets like it's hard to see, right? The visibility becomes very low. And this is what I'm seeing here for you in the workspace, Pisces. So you don't need to just like do your best, be a hero, and pretend like you can see everything, even though you see maybe 20% of what is usually available to you, right? You don't have all the facts necessarily. There are other dynamics happening with other people that you're not part of, but you see some of the consequences of those, right? And it gets you worried. But you need to take care, again, to look at yourself and take care of yourself in this case. What inspires you? Where can you see yourself growing in this position? Or if you don't, then how do you change it? That kind of idea. Don't get stuck in the, like, don't start spinning in like, oh my God, like people never really value me, or this break is never gonna happen for me that I've been working towards for a few years, whatever it is, you know. It's not about that. It's about being able, and that's the lesson you're learning, being able to focus on yourself and find joy and find fun and continue moving forward despite all these different circumstances. Nothing personal. And then finally, the advice is King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. So, yeah, it is, you're gonna be challenged quite a few times in the month of June to show that you really believe in, you know, what you say or where your mind is, you know, like your mind and your heart are in connection, right? And you really stand by those words, those thoughts, and eventually the actions. So it's, yeah, there is some law of reciprocity here. So if you show up in a brave way like that, there's definitely going to be somebody who will show up bravely for you, where, you know, for them maybe you're not their usual type, or they were not planning to get into a relationship at this point, or they were actually seeing someone else and they thought they were happy until they met you, you know. But this is now like the wheels are turning and the tables are turning, and before you know it, if you didn't have a lot of attention before in the romantic sense, then suddenly it's like an avalanche of attention, of offers, of conversations, of everything. So do with it what you will. Oh, okay, let's see, what is the message from your person to yourself, Pisces? What does Pisces need to know from their person? Wow, the World. Ten of Swords and the Emperor. Yeah, so your person is definitely finding themselves. They're working on their self-image, on the values, on like the good stuff, you know. Who am I? Why am I here? There is a lot of pain that's coming up right now that they're working on, that they're trying to heal, you know, and they wish they could just fast forward this process, but there's no such a thing, right? So we are supposed to focus, or your person is actually focusing on this aspect of the World card, you know, where every ending is just a new beginning, where the cycles that we may feel we're in actually have a lot of potential and, you know, show us our growth and our talents to us and all this stuff. So really, your person is being optimistic here, because it is painful what they're going through right now with the ego death, with figuring out who they are. It is painful emotionally, I mean it, hopefully only emotionally, but they have so much inspiration that they're like, yeah, I'm ready, like I'm still here, I want to do this, let's do this. I also love the sun here. It's like, it's not exactly sunrise, but it's still in the morning, right? And there is this sunshine energy here in this card. Beautiful. So the sun concept continues. Wow. Yeah, so don't be surprised if your person is very shows initiative and is very active with you one day, and then the other day they retreat and they do their thing, and you're like, well, where's that, this and that they've done before? But right now there is a lot on their plate and a lot that they're dealing with that maybe isn't visible on the surface, but it goes very, very deep for them inside. And so yeah, let them go through their process and figure it out more than anything else. Okay, I hope this was useful, guys. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye.